I'm Mallory Mullen. I work for a SaaS company based out of Washington, D.C., but I work remotely and I am based in Tampa, Florida. I reached out to Chris because I was at a point in my career where I had gone from one thing to another and hadn't really stopped to think a lot about the journey that I was on. I was at the point where I was so burned out and desperate to make a move that I was tempted to take a position anywhere, anyone that would hire me that wasn't what I was doing at that current time. When I found Chris, it was very serendipitous because she helped me focus on what it is that I truly wanted out of my next step. I knew I was in an emotional state where I wanted to make a move, and I wasn't necessarily thinking super clearly or long-term. Going through the coursework really forced me to dig deep and separate what I thought I wanted from reality. When Chris kind of proposed this, hey, let's do a little bit of an inventory of what you do like, what you don't like. Maybe there's a way to make this work. I was initially really hesitant, and it actually was a great perspective for me to have in taking steps since then, because whenever there's been some hesitancy at work, having Chris's voice in my head of revisit where this is coming from and find out the why behind it has been so important at helping me maintain my sanity and focus at work and find fulfillment in my job. I came to the program at a very pivotal moment in my career journey. The job that I have now, I thought was going to be a stepping stone to something else. And it wasn't until I did the investigative work with Chris and the program where I found a lot of purpose in the work that I was doing. I really understood that I didn't need these big sweeping changes in my career in order to find something purposeful, in order to find something meaningful in my work. And that has laid such a different foundation for my career now than all of the steps leading up to this point. What I've really enjoyed about working with Chris is how patient and non-judgmental she is. She is great at challenging any of your long-held beliefs, pressures that you've put on yourself from others around you, and really helped tease that out from the things that are essential to you and essential to your core. Taking a moment to pause and reflect and turn inward to understand what is truly fulfilling for you is going to make your job search, your careers, your next steps, your relationships with your coworkers and superiors so much different. The program will truly transform how you define work and meaning in your life so that your purpose and your path can really align. The benefit of working with a coach and the benefit of working with Chris is when you have limited hours in your day, when you're burned out and you don't have the energy to surface those resources on your own, she has a program spelled out for you where you can get to the heart of the matter much quicker than if you were trying to figure out everything on your own. Years later now, I revisit the content from time to time, which I think is a real gift. I take a look at my answers, see how those have changed and shifted. And it's such a great resource to have as you weigh those pros and cons and not get distracted by those shoulds in life. It really gives me the confidence to carve my own path and figure out what's best for me.